If these 4 horrifying shark encounters don't stop you from nearing the ocean ever again, then nothing will. Hakeem, a YouTuber and fairly experienced diver in his own right, was out on a dive at Brothers Island, Egypt, when things took quite an unfortunate turn. This time around, it wasn't Hakeem in the line of trouble, but his fellow diver who got the extreme misfortune of being too close to a shark. And as you will later find out, it is not just any shark. As 2 experienced divers, having an encounter with a shark is nothing new, and no one is ever really hurt, but it was different this time. The 2 men had come across an oceanic white-tip shark, one of the most aggressive sharks in the seas. If it is close to you, you can count yourself extremely fortunate to get out of the encounter unharmed. It began circling the second diver, gradually coming close to him. Starting to feel unsafe about all the attention he was getting from the shark, the diver attempts to swim away when it suddenly tries to take a big chunk of his foot. The shark wasn't able to get what it wanted and swam away. But it isn't over just yet. The divers, now scared about the possibility of an attack, were thinking about getting away when the same shark attacked again, this time aiming for his face. This begins the battle between man and shark, as the man attempts to defend against the persistent predator. And after all the back and forth, he succeeds, landing a powerful punch that sends the shark running off. Always be prepared to fight for your life when you go to the ocean, and the next guy almost learned this the hard way. Like he always does, YouTuber Dev was on one of his fishing trips in South Africa when he had a brief brush with near death. At the start of the video, he eagerly puts on his camera to capture the moment, excited to share his catches with his followers. And he got his wish. Not long after he started fishing, he felt something heavy tugging at the end of his fishing rod, and he gave it his all, trying to reel in what he expected to be an impressive catch. But the fish wasn't the only thing he had attracted to his kayak. Did you see what just happened? With just one hit, the shark toppled the man out of the kayak and into the water. If he wasn't aware of the predator's presence, now he is on high alert. The YouTuber wastes no time trying to get back on the kayak, away from the shark. Luckily, he gets back on his kayak before the shark decides to circle back for a bite and puts his legs up, far out of the beast's nasty reach. Thankfully, the shark doesn't seem too interested in the kayaker, and never returns back into the scene. Maybe it was in a hurry to get somewhere and just had to push the YouTuber out of the way. He managed to get out of this safe and sound with the knowledge that a kayak is not the wisest choice when going into shark territory. At this point, shark cage diving is a fast favorite, and it is not hard to see 1 or 2 adventurous people willing to take the plunge and enjoy the pleasures that come for it. But cage diving adventures are rarely ever incident-free. In South Africa, YouTuber Tuji and his friends were cage diving when they noticed something heart-stopping but extraordinary. Like I said, these things are rarely incident-free. After spotting a great white far away, the divers tried to bring it closer by hooking a piece of meat as bait to a rope and leaving it out in the ocean. The great white really is nearby as they thought, but the bait was way too small to be tempting. But the men in the cage were more than enough. The shark tried several times to bite a chunk of the cage to get to the tasty meals inside, but the cage proved to be more sturdy than it expected. With no luck, the predator gives up and swims back to where it came from. I know they were inside a secure cage, but having a shark staring straight into your soul with its teeth out is enough to give any man nightmares for a while. Do you still want to go cage diving after this? An underwater crew in Fiji Island was trying to get some good content when a tiger shark wanted to show them that it wasn't too pleased to see them. And they weren't too happy to see it too. After spotting them close to the ocean floor, the predator swims closer to them, wanting to see what they were up to. As professionals always ready for anything, the men attempted to make the most out of this unexpected encounter by taking videos of the shark as it kept coming closer. This might not have been their best decision. Curious, excited, and definitely hungry, the tiger shark comes even closer and tries to bite off the man's hand. Scared by the attack, the diver quickly backs off but continues to face the shark in case it wanted to have a go at him again. Maybe this time his leg. The shark keeps toying with the diver, circling around him without making a move until it decides to spare the man from any more misery and swims away. The divers look at each other shocked by what just happened, happy they got out of it alive and excited about the incredible footage.